And here's where we're getting back on trail. We skipped on ahead to mile 209.6 so we could avoid the snow fire closure and Fuller Ridge because we're chicken, but we'll see. We might come back to it when we have better trail legs. So we're about to head on out. And here it is 7:47 in the morning and it is hot out here. We've got welcome to the Pacific Crest Trail Section C. All right. Oh, you have to watch out for wild and feral animals. And yeah, I think I'll stay away from the feral animals. And we're being watched. And I could use some of that wind they're farming. It's toasted. We are hot and sweaty already. We've been slogging around on this hot desert floor. Now we're gonna start climbing this hot desert hill. Should be a blast. But the wind is giving us a little bit of breeze here and there, so we're hoping that will kick up more because it's a hot son of a gun down here. We're going through the Mesa Wind Farm, and I've heard different people say that it wouldn't be so windy here if they'd turn the fans off. I wish they would turn the fans on. Climbing on up the hill here. Turn them fans on.
Can you do it, Just? Yeah.
That looks pretty cool through the canyon. And the view over there. Some trail. And I see some cactus in full bloom up here. Looking very pretty. Just finished climbing a brutal hill. Been happily going downhill ever since. And this was worth filming. Just looked up. And it was pretty. Here's one hell of a view. Just trying to get to Whitewater Preserve and some water. It has been a long, hot day. Man, that wind feels good. I'll get a shot of these guys though. Aren't those cute? And this is camp at Whitewater Preserve. It's really pretty here. And it's very nice to have restrooms and water and shade. lots of little pools here. And look at this pool over here. They took the river as it runs through here and just made all these neat little pools. Now this is a cool sign. I like this. 2,445 miles to Canada.
Did you take your picture already?
And what lies before us and what lies behind us is a tiny matter compared to what lies within us. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Came down this, and there's the Whitewater River, and we stayed on the other side of those cliffs. Just took a long break in the shade and the water, and now we're trekking along Mission Creek with the sand. Definitely feel like I'm at home with this sand. Need to follow the yellow-tipped markers. And here's a pretty yellow blossom on the cactuses. I haven't seen yellow ones. And this is the trail we're hiking right now. And I really like these trees. They smell absolutely amazing. And as you can possibly hear and see, the bees absolutely love these trees as well. So here's our view at the moment. This is really pretty. And we were over there, which looks kind of flat, but it's pretty much uphill. And now we're over here. And it's up, but it's pretty flat, which is nice. And we're gonna camp at the beginning of Mission Creek tonight. So we will have water. And it will be cool and refreshing. Unlike the hot water that we are currently carrying. Here's this view. You can see way down there where it looks like gravel. That's coming out of Whitewater Preserve. That's a Whitewater River. We were down there this morning. And we can see all this trail. We walked all of that trail. And it was hard. Was very hard. Yep. This was a moment that I needed to stop and savor. The trail's not too bad here. It's nice and cruisy. Big surprise, we are walking on a crest on the Pacific Crest Trail. Ha ha ha. Oh shoot. Coming down toward Mission Creek down there. That's some downhill. We are almost done for the day. We get to camp when we reach the cool, clear water. Okay, we've reached Mission Creek at mile 226.3. And there's that cool, clear water I was talking up. And it's cold and it's refreshing. And we are camping Racha. It's going to be amazing. Came upon this really pretty rock. I think it's a little bit big for you guys to collect though. I don't even think you could get it into your yard. So, I apologize. Okay, my turn. A few years ago, there was a bit of a flood and a whole bunch of trail washed out. And so we get to have over 5 miles of trail search. And we crossed the creek several times, this being Mission Creek. And we look for posts and we look for cairns, and some of the cairns are good, but then some of the cairns people have just decided to randomly stack rocks. But we're enjoying the shade and the cool water down here. This rock, the color variation is incredible. Down here enjoying the shade by the creek. I just wet I wet my hat and I wet my towel that hangs to keep my face cool. And this pretty flower. And we're still making our way. A little smidgens of trail in between creek crossings. And there's a reassuring post. Yay. Love those posts.
There's a lot of traffic this way.
This guy here, he thinks he's showing us the way. He found a nice spot on top of that cairn. And it looks like some people went this way, but you know.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Came upon this cactus just happily blooming. Nice big blossoms. Still climbing through the Mission Creek Canyon. And then I was checking out this rock up here. That looks so cool with all the color variation in it. Just enjoying the trail today. It's a lot less hot than yesterday. It's been very nice. And I just wanted to capture these flowers. We've been seeing them along the trail too. I like them. They're very pretty. I thought since there were so many of them here, I would show them to you. We have found some trail again, which is a interesting task through here. You just watch for the posts, and watch for the cairns, and you pay attention to your gut hooks. Navigation app. This rock looks very cool. But I noticed this one first. Very weird. I see some trail. I see a few blossoms up there. We're up hiking this morning. Big surprise, I know. Got a nice pretty view. sun and shadows. A little bit of a cool breeze. Came up the side of the mountain. I'm sure we'll do some dropping down again because we're still in the Mission Creek session. So we're still gonna cross the creek a few times. It's down there. You can hear it merrily running along. It's another beautiful day. Not being scorched yet though, so that's good. So are these good luck like 4-leaf clovers? Because they look very lucky. Looking at this view, and I don't know if you guys can see that. There's like a row of trees up on top of that mountain, which is pretty cool. And then you can just see Sage up there leading the way. Beautiful day. Here's where we came from. Beautiful. We are now entering the San Gorgonio Wilderness. And then we noticed on the other side, the southbounders are entering the San Bernardino National Forest. So we're leaving that. And having a wonderful, wonderful breeze. We're getting places this morning. Can you hear him? He's got a lot to say. He can tell us all about it. Okay, honey. So you'll be slogging up the hill and you'll just stop for a second and you'll look up. I don't know about you, but I said, oh wow. It's just like the stripe of green and the stripe of gray and the contrast with the burnt trees. And slogging up this trail. I came up with a new saying today. Some days gravity just pulls harder than others. But I think it has to do with going up in elevation. Because we have gone up over 2,000 feet and we're going to go up another 2,000 more. But we're getting her done. This is the mountain I've been taking videos of. We can look back and see the mountains. Back behind the haze. And more mountains back behind the haze. Now we come to this side and we can see what's on this side. And you can see how steep it was to get here. And Sage says she sees trees up here. Trekking up the mountain. Gotta stop every so often, like I said, and look back. Because I love the depth of how far you can see the mountains. Now we're looking at this. Take a little video hanging off the side of the mountain. burnt trees down there. This looks amazing. Those clouds look really cool. There's this tree, and he fell, and he is a big, big tree. But you can see why he fell. There was nothing left inside to hold him up. Here's the trail we just came up and the view behind us. And I just now caught my breath. We are carrying 4 1/4 liters of water. It is about 16 miles to the next water source. And there's Sage. And here is our trail. Woohoo! And a beautiful view ahead of us. This tree. This tree.
Smells so good.
This tree. Yes. This looks a lot like home. They're not the same trees, but it looks a lot like home. It's a beautiful day. Just came up into this section, and it's just a beautiful piece of trail. It just needed to be acknowledged. And a lovely cool breeze to go with it. So we came up here to the Coon Creek cabin to check it out because there's picnic tables over there, and we wanted to see the cabin and see if the bathrooms were unlocked, but they weren't. But we did get here, and there is an amazing view. And just as we got here, these young ladies pulled up and they gave us some trail magic. We had some cuties and some chocolate. It has picnic tables, and it has a fire ring. It has barbecues, which we don't have any briquettes, of course. Here's the cabin itself. And of course, informational signage. Okay, let's check this cabin out. See what there is to see. Lots of carving and graffiti. And it's kind of creepy in here. This. Little cabin behind the cabin, and another little outbuilding. You can see at one time this was a rather nice cabin. Not so much now. Still pretty neat to check out though. And here just past mile 250, is what used to be a private zoo where they kept animals for movies. And here's more of the zoo. And thankfully, all the animals have supposedly been relocated. Hopefully to larger quarters, because those cages look awfully tiny. What do we got here?
Wasteland.
Huh. Wasteland.
Huh.
Spelled in bones. Okay, we made it to Onyx Summit and Papa Smurf and Mountain Mama's water cache. Fortunately, we don't need any
Oh my God, look, I have
right
5
now
bars with
because
4G.
there isn't any water here. And then this is the trail we're going to be crossing the road and heading back out. And
I'm right here and I had
just
5
here.
bars with